Good evening. Good evening.
What's up, y'all?
Where my phone at? Whoa. Oh, that's just. Oh my goodness.
I got on the skinny look tonight.
He's got on skinny shorts. Go ahead and show your shorts.
Nah, man, that's for you.
Go ahead and stand up so I can see your
That's
shorts.
for you.
I've never seen a big man wear skinny shorts.
Man, hey, I'm a vibe tonight.
Actually, I'm lying. But you smell good.
I know.
Oh.
You gonna bring closer?
Huh?
Or we gonna sit up?
We're gonna do what?
You gonna bring closer or we gonna sit up?
What do you mean?
I said you gonna bring that closer or are we gonna sit up? You know me, I like to lay back. But the wife like to burn calories however she can.
Say what? All right, my name is Tamika Means, and this is hubby
Mr. No Cap.
And we are helping prison wives learn how to stand up for what they need so they can create healthy relationships, stop worrying, and refocus on their goals.
Should we wait a little bit?
No, man, it's 10:03, and you just cut me off again.
I'm sorry.
So they can focus on their goals and never feel like they're wasting their time. And yeah. Now you got me thinking, should I wait?
Nobody on here. Go
The people shall come.
Send some messages out.
Uh-oh. Now I'm gonna have to clip all this off at the beginning. Because you got me delaying.
Send some threats out.
Come on, man. We gotta get rolling. Because we ain't gonna be here all night.
Yeah, but we don't want talking just like nobody.
It's being recorded, honey.
Okay.
All right, so today we are talking about. Now I'm about to clip that all out.
We good. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, today we are talking about what you need to be prepared for as far as what you're going to deal with when he or she comes home from prison, and what it's like getting back into the job market, and what to expect, with the job search, how long to expect to be at a job, the communication between the people, your coworkers, your supervisors, all of that. So we're going to get into all of that and just kind of talk about what Michael's experience has been. And technically, since this is your third vid home, you have some experience. Well, we'll only talk about your experience coming home this time. Okay?
Yeah, man.
All right. So where do you want to start? Do you want to start with a win?
No. Let's start with the losses and then round it up with the win.
No, let's start with the wins.
No, the wins was like all like the
Can you
day.
put your head up and talk to the camera?
Yes, I'm sending out messages. Yes.
Let's start with the wins. So how was your day?
My day was beautiful. My day was really, 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 really good today. I had a really, really good day today.
Why'd you have a good day?
Well, I started the day off. Well, yesterday, it actually started yesterday. I was blowing a particular woman off, right? Because I thought that she was like giving me a commission-based job, and
hello.
I wasn't trying to do no commission-based job. So, I was like blowing her off yesterday, and it actually was on the way to my job interview. So I pretty much knew I was going to get the job yesterday when I went in the interview. I knew it was going to take like 15 minutes. I paid for an Uber. I told the dude, I said, man, look, it's going to be 15.
What kind of job was it? You be speaking so vaguely in general. Like, we want details. Give us the juice. Squeeze the juice out of them.
I mean, construction. You know what I mean? So anytime I'm talking construction, like I know my way around construction enough, even though I knew nothing about that particular field, you know, you speak a certain language.
How'd you find this job?
Um, you know me, man. I be up all night looking for jobs and scouring the internet.
Where did you find it? Come on now. People want to know. Maybe they need help finding jobs.
Nah, I'm actually thinking though, because you know, I be filling out so much stuff. I think that one was on Career Builders.
Career Builders.
Yeah. Which is cool because you can put your resume in and it'll apply to like 300 jobs. Now you're going to spend a day like combing through all of the emails and stuff like that, but it's some jewels in there. So I go in there, I tell the Uber dude, I said, man, look, I'm gonna be about 15 minutes. He said, well, no, well, and when I first got in the car, I told him, I said, man, look, man, I paid for the way back, but I'm actually going to an interview, so I'm gonna be about 15 minutes. He said, what they charge you to do that? I said, 47. He thought it was $47 going one way. He said, well, you know, I can't, you know, stay and this, that, so forth, and the other. Why? Because he felt like he made his quota. I said, no, that 47 was there and back.
What are some Uber drivers?
I don't know. You told me to give detail. I'm giving the details.
I'm details about the job stuff.
Oh, well.
Y'all want to hear about his plight with the Uber driver?
We're talking
about jobs, search, and keeping a job.
That particular job.
All right, let me talk. He was up all night yesterday, literally, because the light was in my face on his phone, replying to emails for all the jobs that he applied to.
And the show worked out.
Now, he's been home for a little over a year now. And you're probably wondering.
It worked out today.
So, how many times have you been through this job application process so far?
Too many.
This is not the first time he's applying for a job. We've been through how many jobs so far?
Too many.
How many jobs have we been through?
I don't know, 3, 4.
3 or 4 jobs in the last.
But they all keep increasing in pay.
In the last 6 months, he's been through 3 or 4 jobs. So that's a high turnaround. Oh, you got a thumbs up. So, because for the first 6 months, you want house arrest. And let's talk about that, because they tell you can get a job on house arrest. But let me tell you, it almost seems like they don't want you to get a job. It's like their job is easier if you don't get a job. I'm under the impression that they want you to stay home and not give them more work. Him getting a job is more work for his CO. Mm-hmm. I mean, his PO. PO.
My first week home, I had a job.
So he was allowed to go out for interviews, but the PO was not giving him the time of the day. So he missed some interviews, didn't you?
Yeah.
He actually missed interviews because of the PO.
Yeah.
Which is not cool. So y'all got to be prepared for that, because they say they want you doing good, and the system ain't set up always that way.
I mean, I will say this. I'm blessed in that it doesn't take me a long time to find a job. You know what I'm saying? And that's not always easy for a lot of guys. So,
Oh, but hold on a second. Hold that thought. This is a whole nother topic. You're turning your phone on. Yeah, pretty much the PO said that he had more troublesome people to worry about. Because Michael wasn't causing any trouble, he pretty much got kicked to the wayside. So it was like, in order to get the attention of the PO, or to get the PO to do what he's supposed to do for you, aka help you get out there so you can look for jobs,
mm-hmm.
The PO spent most of his time chasing down the people who were giving him problems, who weren't following the rules. So if you follow the rules, it's like they don't care about you. Unfortunately, it sounds crazy. I hate to say that, but that's what it came down to. And that's what he verbally told him.
I mean, that's more like, I mean, that's how it is in there though. Like the guys that's following the rules are not going to get parole. The knuckleheads going to get parole. You know what I'm saying? Because they know the knuckleheads going to come right back. They let me out on parole, and there's no way I should have made it that time, and I came back. This time, no.
You the day you know what you're talking about? I said this time, that time.
When I made parole on the second bit.
Okay, you didn't say that.
You said in the beginning I had 3 bits.
Yeah, but you just jumped ship and started talking about that, and people don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, it was definitely a challenge at first because he missed interviews when he was on the box. He had the ankle bracelet.
I did.
And you're supposed to get approval from your PO to go out and hey buddy.
Nook's talking. He was getting ready to scream.
Hey buddy. Oh, so yeah, you need approval to go out for your interviews. And he pretty much missed a couple interviews because the PO didn't do his job.
Yes.
And in the long term, let's see if you have a household where they need that money. So he's pretty much messing with the person who's coming home. Yeah, his ability to provide for his house is at stake because the PO is not doing what he's supposed to be doing.
And I mean, that causes a whole lot of other stresses too. You know, like man feel like he can't provide. Man is in a messed up state of mind. But I won the day, y'all. I won the day. I got the job, the construction job.
You did?
I told you I got that job. He said I start Tuesday, 6:30.
Oh.
But that was outshadowed because I got a work from home opportunity for $35 an hour. Strictly working from home. Full bennies. Hello.
Where'd you find that job at?
They found me. Career Builders.
Career Builders. There you go. Remember that one. Career Builders. But yeah. Oh, so let me tell you. When we were having problems with the PO when he was on a house arrest, it was the lawyer, Derek.
Mm-hmm.
The lawyer from heaven. Oh,
yeah, when I had to go to court.
Yeah.
They didn't. Oh my goodness.
And things did not change for him until he went to court. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Derek, who is a lawyer here in Maryland, was a godsend because he's been so helpful. I definitely think if he wasn't helping, he probably would not have gotten home sooner.
Nah.
Yeah. So Derek helped get him home and helped.
That's right. Shout out to Derek, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Derek.
We need to get him on here.
Derek Hamlin. Shout out.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Good man.
So when we went to court, that's when things changed.
Free too. He did it. He did that on the arm. I appreciated it. Now you gotta let people know that he could do it too.
That was my son's wrestling, one of the helpers, the wrestling coaches. But anyway, so what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so the judge leaned on the PO.
Yes, she did.
The judge leaned on the PO. That's what happened because he was out here putting in all these applications and showing that he was trying to work, showing that he was trying to do right and do stuff. And the PO just wasn't doing his job. So the judge gave him the business. So that's when things got better.
Plus, she just like sweet on my wife, too. You know, like the judge cool. We off, man.
Huh?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Take the family in here.
Yeah, man.
Can't reveal the secrets.
I'm sorry. I'm like the dog on Bush's Beans on the commercials.
What is they talking about?
Jesse?
So I think one of the biggest struggles with I guess he can agree or disagree with him with the whole job process since he's been home is keeping a job.
Yeah.
He has no problem finding a job, but keeping a job. He literally just got hired for a job 2 weeks ago, and he's gone. He's no longer at that job. Oh my goodness.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you.
Oh my goodness. So
I'm gonna tell you.
You want to tell him what happened in this last job?
No, I'm gonna tell him in general.
No, tell him specifics. What happened with this last job?
Oh, because I wasn't going. I didn't want to work overtime. I didn't want to work overtime, and they let me go.
Can you be more specific about what happened, please?
Yes. So my first day.
Not quiet. No comments. Y'all don't say hi, Tina. Mom Duke said hi. That's about it.
That's because ain't nobody rocking the nights. Everybody booed up.
Who's out there? Say hello.
My first day after training, when I went by myself.
Elmira, what's up, girl? Elmira, what's up?
My first day of training.
Oh, Joss, what's up? Oh, familiar faces. Okay.
I wait.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Doing one of my numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
All right. So my first day that I was working by myself, the guy who trained me didn't teach me how to properly pull a lift gate down. Now, I was getting ready to go over the edge. Me and him was talking about it, and he was showing me how to. The assistant manager came up, and he got to leaning. I'm sick of this. No, you can't be doing this. And what are you doing? Hey, we don't talk. Number one.
Hi, Ray.
Number one.
Is that Toledo?
Who?
Toledo?
No, you don't know Lito.
Oh, okay.
Number one, like, y'all don't talk to me like that in that tone of voice. I didn't disrespect you.
I said yes.
Oh, that's Lito. That is Lito.
How'd I know you did? That's your friend.
Hey, cuz, man.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, dig it, right? I didn't approach you in that tone of voice. One. Two, I'm actually trying to learn something. It just so happened to be on the floor, and I wasn't properly trained anyways, because the dude that they had training me didn't give a fuck. Because he turned himself in 45 days. You know what I'm saying? So he coming to work twisted. You know what I mean?
So a lot of people that he was working with were either formerly incarcerated or Mexican.
Yeah. That's all that was on that job. You know, so
obviously that company hires a lot of
when he come off at me, I don't say nothing to him though. I suck it up. But I can't I mean, when I got a bad taste in my mouth, like I can't swallow it for so long. So I go straight to the GM. I said, man, listen, man, I don't want you to think that I was out there on the floor, you know, just rapping and stuff like that. I was actually trying to learn, you know, I think as assistant manager, dude, I'm going all the way off. The dude actually sitting right there next to him. He said, who, him, Carlos? I say, oh, yeah, I don't mind biting my tongue. I'm not going to bite my tongue. Yeah, I'd rather say it in front of him. So when I came off like that, they already knew, like, we can't really do what we want to do with him.
What they want to do with you?
65 hours a week.
Oh. So, what did they want from you?
Overtime.
How much overtime?
What? 65 hours a week?
So they wanted him to work a minimum.
A minimum of 65.
Minimum of 65 hours a week. They didn't care if he had a family or nothing.
Nah.
And mind you, I have to pick him up and take him to work.
Listen.
Early in the morning.
I gave him 4 hours one day, and the dude was mad because I couldn't give him another 3.
You mean 4 hours extra?
Yeah.
You gotta give the whole.
Then he was mad because I couldn't give him another 3. Like he actually was huffing and puffing.
So the culture at the job was that everyone was required to work overtime. But your contract,
I never knew that.
His contract said that he was not supposed to be working overtime.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Because he went through a temp agency.
Yeah. I never knew that. I wouldn't even have signed on for nothing like that. Out the gate, you know what I'm saying? Because that's too much time. And I know me, and she know me, so somebody gonna get the brunt of the attitude. You know what I'm saying? If I'm putting in 65, 70 hours a week, like that's crazy. I'm not killing myself with Mr. Charlie. You know what I mean? Now I will help out and get the extra bread as I can get the extra bread, but that's when I want to do it. Not because you want me to do it, not because you telling me to do it. That's a difference. Mm-mm. And then you ain't got no consideration. At 4 o'clock in the morning, the man know if we gonna work overtime. He wait till it's time to go off. Oh, boom. There go another 2 trucks. Is you crazy? No, I'm gone. And that was a day I really could have worked overtime, but I told her, I said, I didn't like his attitude. No, I gave him what he was supposed to have. I left. Hey, Nooks. Nooks smiling. He been smiling at me all day. Hi. So, I mean, they called me later on that day because I actually had a conversation with her, and I'm like, hey, how should I play this? Dude came off at me crazy. I ain't say nothing, but I kind of want to say something. And so I didn't want to go through another episode like we did on the previous job. You know what I'm saying? So I sought out advice. And she was like, well, you know, it depends on how long you're trying to keep the job. I'm always trying to keep the job because at the end of the day, I'm trying to keep a paycheck. You know what I mean? So she was like, well, I would just eat it. So I'm like, all right. That was on the phone.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, basically. That was on the phone. I said, well, look, I'm getting ready to go have some breakfast. By the time I got done breakfast and she pulled up, I said, I got to talk to him tomorrow. I didn't never get a chance. He called me at 4 o'clock and said, you're gone. I said, damn.
He called you? I thought he called the...
Well, yeah, he called the place and they called me. And he was scared because I left my headphones there, so he wanted me to come in the daytime. I'm like, man, I tripped.
Do you think he let you go because you didn't want to work overtime or because...
I think it was the same thing I told you about him, the attitude. Because because I didn't want to work overtime, but because he couldn't box me in.
So you think because he couldn't control you?
Yeah, because that was his first reaction. When you say you got to go, look, man, that's your decision. You know, hey, it's your job.
But you went to the temp agency, which said that they didn't want you working overtime.
He cleared that up off the rip. He said, they wrong. I'm right. I'm the GM. Whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? But that was that day until the rubber met the road. And
so when you started, did they give you your work hours?
Yeah.
Did it say anything about overtime?
Yeah, no, they said specifically, we would prefer the temps not to work overtime. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it says specifically in the email. So when I went in there, you know, I went in there with that attitude. Like, okay, I'm going to get some when I can, but it ain't going to be no everyday thing. Now, you know.
So you think it was mandatory that he wanted people to work overtime?
He said it.
But he didn't say it from the jump.
He didn't tell a temp agency that. He wait till we come in and say that to us.
So being as though the job was filled with ex-cons and Mexicans, what do you think that had to do with the culture of the place you were working at? Do you think that had something to do with the culture there of how he treated people?
You know, it's always fucked up. You know what I'm saying? When the boss feel like you or his personnel need the company more than the company need them. It's never that way. But when the bosses take that mindset, that's the type of stuff that happens. You know what I'm saying? And they feel like they can get away with murder. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, yo, you really got people working damn near all day. You know what I mean? There's a girl that come in at 6 o'clock in the morning. One time she didn't leave till 7 o'clock the next morning. Come on, I'm not doing all that, man. You geeking.
Do you think the culture would have been different had it not been a lot of people with records? Do you think he would have talked to you that way?
No, because you know, when you got, you know, the power is always in the people. The power is in the people. So when you talk to a specific group that ain't never been where we from and they don't have no idea of needing a job or needing a paycheck, you know what I'm saying? They not gonna go for all of that stuff, and they gonna come together. That's what happened to DS Steel. Now they was all convicts, but a lot of them had been out over the years, and they like, nah, man, we ready to unionize. You know what I'm saying? So the power is always in the people. He wouldn't have talked like that if it was the other way around. Mm-mm. But they not gonna have those specific jobs like that. They need more work versus, you know, intelligence. They want backs. They want strong backs. They don't want people that can think.
You want to say what your last job? What would your last job entail? And what did it entail? I guess. What kind of work was it?
Oh, DS?
No, last job.
Oh, picking up warehouse stuff. You know, the thing is they want you to stack the boxes like Tetris, like a certain way. You know what I mean? Like you got boxes all the way up there, and you can't let it lean over. It got to go in the truck the right way. Like, nah, yo, you got to give me some time to figure that out, man. You know what I mean? And I'm going to go at my pace because I'd rather not rush and get the job and get whatever I do, I know is 100 versus me, you know, just going all fast and stuff. And then I got to redo all that, man. Yo, that double work be killing me. I'll be ready to walk.
Elmira says they always try to take advantage of any situation. Too much business minded. I think he just had a bad attitude.
True. Who, me?
No.
Oh, the boss?
Boss.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, and the thing is he not used to being stood up to. And he didn't want to put himself in that position to be stood up to. Because he already seen what I did with the assistant manager. So he not going to put himself in that position. He's just going to go ahead and let me go. It's easier to do that.
Which comes to the point where Ray says we are expendable to a lot of companies. And it's sad. We need unions and union reps. They will, yeah. He's replaceable. That's how they look at him. Yeah.
I'm labor. You know, the whole thing is, though, what they don't understand is guys like me and the guys that I'm cut from, yo, we have revolutionized that whole place in there. Just give me like 2 months. Hold up, man. No, that ain't right. Do that like that and do this like that. You know what I'm saying? They won't ever give us that type of chance, though. But I interviewed for a $35 an hour job, and tomorrow I got a $45 an hour job working from home.
Yay.
You know what I mean? You gotta keep pushing up.
You know what I tell him? He's not really fit for labor jobs, honestly. And
I don't be with that bullshit, yo, because they treat you a different way when you straight labor. They treat you like you dumb, like you unintelligent. You know what I mean? That's not me.
Well, see, the problem, I try to tell him he needs to apply for jobs that he's not qualified for.
You do.
He needs to apply for jobs he's not qualified for. I believe that when they come home, they should apply for jobs that they think they can get, and apply for jobs they think they are that is out of their league, because they're going to have a lack of confidence. So, those jobs that
was
that
intimidated.
are at the highest level where that they do actually qualify for, they're probably not going to apply for because they're in that headspace of, I'm just grateful to have a job, and why would they want me? So they haven't gotten to a headspace of feeling confident that they're going to pick him over somebody who doesn't have a record.
Yo, when the lady was interviewing me today, my bad. When the lady was interviewing me today, I thought it was a scam first. Like when she gave me the company name, I started Googling the company because I thought it was a scam. Then when I seen it was official, I'm like, man, I'ma just say what I say. But then we started vibing. I'm like, I might actually got a shot at this thing. Working from home strictly? 4 bennies? Wow. It was a vibe. I go into the barber shop, and the dude hit me for a $45 an hour job working from home. I said, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm winning today. I must have fell and a horseshoe came up my ass or something. I don't know. I'm winning today.
Well,
I got beat out of $50. I ain't even mad. I said, man, look, you got to pay taxes.
Boy, this man lost $70 in 2 days, but we ain't going to dwell on it.
I mean, you got to pay your taxes.
Y'all know how I am about money. I'm choosing not to dwell on it.
Thank you, honey. I sure appreciate you. I really do. I really do.
And something told me, never mind, we ain't going to get into all that. That's not what this is about. I told him, though, that, so his gift is the gift of talk or communication. He knows how to communicate with people. So I suggested to him that he should apply for jobs in sales. Like, you know how there's people out there who sell medical equipment and, you know, there's all kinds of different types of sales jobs. Mm-hmm. I think they get paid off commission too. But he would be awesome at a sales job. But he sells himself short. And I don't know if he thinks that he just is not qualified. But think about it. Someone who's been in prison, who spends their time reading what kinds of books?
Lido funny.
He has a silver tongue. Funny. What does that mean?
That means I'm just looking at the can. No, I mean, like you said, it's the same thing. You know, like I mean, I got a good mouthpiece, I guess.
But think about if you've been locked up. We had a conversation. Me and Mike had a conversation last week about the type of books that a lot of gang members read.
I mean, people in general, not just gang members.
Okay, people in prison. Okay, what are the type of books that people in prison read?
I mean, you know, the Robert Greene books and stuff like that.
What are the Robert Greene books about?
The 48, Art of Seduction, The City of Law, Mastery.
And what are all these books about?
Centering yourself to manipulate the masses.
Manipulation books. Queen says philosophy. But what is the purpose behind reading all these books when you're in prison, though? Why do they read all these books?
To manipulate.
To manipulate.
But I told
you got to read people, though.
True. Not everybody can do that. Because you might read the book, but you don't see. Yeah, I can.
But you can.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making is, what he doesn't realize, the skills that he gained while he was in prison, though they may not seem like a skill to him, are actually skills you would need to communicate with people better. You got to read people. You got to fill out the scene. You got to read body language and listen to the words that they use. Listen to their tone of voice, right?
Right.
These are all the same things that y'all do when y'all reading our letters and listening to us on the phone. Wouldn't those same skills serve well in a sales rep job? Like, these are skills that they probably think they have, but it actually will help them. Prerequisites for most lawyers, doctors, and businessmen.
This is true. Robert Greene books are.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, we were in the car listening to, what were we listening to?
Yo, I put on the art for Alito, right? I put on the art for
The Art of Seduction?
Yeah. Hey.
Yo, if that book didn't sound like a prison relationship to me.
Hey. If she wasn't my wife, I told her I wouldn't have done it, because before her, I was reading it, you know, with an ex. And she happened to read like the first introduction. Man, hey, she was ready. Hey, man, you playing games with me? What are you doing? And then that. I'm not doing none of that. I might be, but I don't know that I am. Right, Nooks? She wasn't important. But I mean, you can't take his books literally, because Lito
what did you say? I used a Rafe degree. What's the Rafe degree?
Lito, you go ahead and explain that, man. I ain't going into that one.
He can't. People can't hear him. You got to explain it.
Anywho, you can't take Robert Greene books literally. You know, those of us that's intelligent, you cannot take his books literally because it will have you extremely cynical, cold, and extremely manipulative. Even though he say that that's not what you're supposed to do, but if you read his words and you follow the stuff, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna be a manipulator without none of the finesse. The Art of Seduction is beautiful work because that's one of the few books where as though he give you the seduction, then he give you all of the anti-seductions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, we're getting off topic here. So let's talk about DS Still. What is it called? What was the job called? We learned a heavy lesson. Well, I don't know. Let me not speak for him.
I don't feel like I was wrong, but I deferred to the wife, and I acquiesced. I didn't defer. I acquiesced. I didn't feel like I was wrong, but I acquiesced.
So what happened? What happened at your last job? The 3 or 4 jobs. He's as quick as he finds jobs, lose them just as fast.
Listen, right? So my direct supervisor, act like he out that mob. You know what I'm saying? Man, yeah, I did 10 years. I don't pay none of that stuff no mind. I'm there to work. Though he don't have a car. So I used to see him like he'd be pushing up on people about rides and stuff. I ain't never paid no attention to it because it didn't matter to me. So one Saturday I worked, he came to me, man, I don't want to drive the Uber. I'm tired of these Ubers. I said, all right, take you. Ain't about nothing. I took him. We sat, we drank, you know what I mean? It was a vibe, but when I walked out the door, I'm like, I don't want to do that no more. Simple as that. I just don't want to do it no more. And I didn't. Everything was cool, because I took him, and then during that time, MJ had to go back to school. So I tell him, I say, man, look, me leaving from work, grabbing him, taking him home, and then coming back to work, that's the best option for me. However, I don't have to miss no work, and my wife can go ahead on and do it or whatever like that, but that's not the best option for me. The best option for me is, hey, he said, go ahead and do what you need to do. The best option. I said, cool. I shot my shot. I didn't think it was going to fly. I really didn't. I was surprised. In fact, I think I called her and was like, he went for it. So we moving. We swerving, you know what I'm saying, for like, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? And I end up working another Saturday. Came with that old tired-ass game again. Boy, these damn Ubers. I didn't say nothing. Why? Because, like I said, that was a vibe, but I left it there. I said, damn, let me get back to work. I went one way, he went the other way. That Tuesday, he hollered at me about my Jordans. Now, I twisted my ankle on the job, but I didn't go to concession. So he already knew why I was wearing the Jordans. So when he pulled me up.
You're supposed to be wearing steel-toe shoes.
Right. When he pulled me up on a Tuesday and he already know what's going on, I said, the vibe changed. Let me go ahead on and document everything. I'm literally like texting my whole plan and schedule out. Why? Because I already seen the vibe change. He can't say nothing because he agreed on the front end. You know what I mean? Anyway, long story short, he ended up fine. Said I had too much going on. You know what I mean? And he tried to make it seem like the bosses said that, until everybody who worked around me was like, yo, why they do that though? He ain't even been properly trained. It was him. And when he did that, I'm like, yo, you really stuck the knife in my back for real because you didn't have to agree to that stuff. Man, I was on one about that. But I let it go.
Well, I think me and him saw what happened differently. So anyway, there was a conflict about about my husband going to work. And my husband decided that he was going to try to go into work late 3 days a week when he just started working. I'm like, you can't do that.
I said, man, he agreed to it.
No. You can't. I said, you can't do that. No. I said, at the very most, but he wasn't missing hours of work, but he was shifting his hours to go in later, and that's not what they wanted. And my husband here thinks that just because he said yes, that wasn't going to be a problem. But what happened was he boxed his supervisor in.
How did you do that, though?
You intimidated him.
How?
The way I don't remember his exact words, but when my husband told me what happened, and he told me word for word what he said to his supervisor, I was like, I said, you gave him no other option but to go with what you told him. So he was going into work late 3 days a week at a job he just started. I'm like, you can't do that. He made it seem like, he had a lot going on at home. I was like, I can pick you up. And he wouldn't allow me to help him. That was another problem. He thought he was inconveniencing me, and he would go into work late. And I was like, you ain't been there for years. They're not going to give you that kind of leeway. I said, you can't. He didn't understand that you can't do that kind of stuff. Like, you gotta follow by their rules, and just because they say it's cool, it doesn't mean it's actually cool. But my husband's under the impression that people say what they mean all the time, and that's not the case.
No, what I'm saying is, I expect man to be man.
My husband comes off very intimidating if you don't know him and don't.
How do you intimidate a boss?
What you mean? You can't.
I'm not gonna not gonna squeeze on him. I'm not gonna get the clicking on him.
No, how did you say it? What did you say to him? I can't remember what your words were.
I said, this is the best option for me.
But the way he explained it to his boss, it was like he didn't really give the boss an option or a way of saying no to him. So I think the boss felt intimidated. Because Mike Bowder, he is. I think the boss felt intimidated, and he felt like he couldn't control him. He felt like that Mike wasn't going to fall in line. So the best way to deal with Mike was to get rid of him. So sometimes you gotta lay low.
That's how it always is, though. That's how it was with them.
You can't keep a job if you always trying to be the top dog. It don't work that way. You gotta fall back.
I don't be trying to be the top dog.
That's how you come off.
Don't like Duncan.
That is exactly how you come off.
What about Duncan though? He tell me he gonna go cross my face. What I'm supposed to eat?
That's different. That's different. The man is not gonna. If a man threatens to hit you, that's a whole nother ball game.
Hey man, I'm figuring this stuff out, man.
So anyway, there's a balance that they need to learn. Because the way that things, what I'm learning, so I'm seeing his.
Yo, cuz man, I don't want the energy to shift in here because I'm like, yo, I don't feel that. I feel like a man supposed to say what he mean and mean what he say, especially when you the supervisor. Like you ain't got nothing to fear. Ain't nobody going to take you in the back and beat you up or nothing like that. You say no, it's no. You say yes.
But here lies the stereotypes. Maybe that's the stigma. Maybe he thinks you're going to do that. He don't know that because you got a record.
So does he.
Well, he's been home for a while. Maybe he was a sucker in the joint.
Either you pussy or you ain't.
Maybe he got beat up in the joint.
Yeah.
But because maybe the fact that he has been locked up, he knows how people like you roll.
I'm gonna tell you this, right?
Most bosses is chumps and can't handle the real.
I'm gonna tell you this. The hardest part for me,
says the cuzzo.
The hardest part for me about all of this is actually being an employee. It's so hard when you left and you was a boss and now you come back and you're an employee. That's the hardest part because I don't be wanting to swallow, but I'm like, yo, I didn't even treat my peoples like that. I let them rock. Man, look, hey, I don't care how y'all do it. Just get the job done. Just get it done. Who cares? And we'll leave them. They come back, they smoking and all that stuff. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? As long as you get it done. Why? Because I'm not going to micromanage you. You know what I mean? And you get more production out of people when you don't micromanage and you just be upfront. I ain't never had a problem with employees. Never. You know what I mean? You already know, Lito. You know what I'm saying? I'm just finding my way back to the lane, though.
Except for that one person.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but...
Except for that one person.
Well,
Hence why we're all here.
Anywho. Anywho. Nothing to do.
So it's been a challenge. So like I said, he has not had any. I think initially, were you motivated to even find a job?
I mean, no.
He wasn't even motivated to find a job at first.
I wasn't. You know
that
what I mean?
was the first struggle.
Because I had to get over it in my head that, damn, y'all, I got punching. My schedule was so lovely before I got locked up. Wow. Man, I might be 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you know what I mean, at the Horseshoe. Or 10 o'clock in the morning, you know what I mean, me and MJ aha. You know what I mean? But I got it done. Well, I directed traffic. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just different. It's different. But now she got that dough, so she can experience it. Because when I was home, she was working. She was punching the clock. And she used to be upset from time to time, like, what are you doing? Well, I want to do it. You know what I mean? Why can't I do it? You know, so I mean, at least you know the tables turn. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's my takeaway. That's my takeaway from it.
Well, it's definitely been an up and down battle with getting a job and keeping a job.
Yeah, man.
But I'm happy that he's been very happy for these last weeks.
Yo, if I can't do this work from home joint, man, hey, I'm by myself. I make my own hours. Crazy.
He's definitely happier when he has money.
Yeah.
It's a happier house.
Lito, did you get that drink yesterday?
But it's not about being right or wrong. It's about being righteous. Not everyone can handle a strong personality. That is so true. So true.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You already know, Lito. It ain't got no choice but to get better for us. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to keep pushing. Right. We're going to keep pushing, man.
Well, what about the job you got going on with Twan and
I mean, I was middleman. I'm middleman. So sometimes you get paid just off of middleman. You know what I'm saying? But because I have a way with people. So whereas this person might not know that person or that person might not know this person. I mean, all y'all that know me know how I move. I ain't got no problem with swerve, man. I don't care. You put me in South Central. I can figure it out. But everybody can't. So me personally, middleman. But that's not always, I'm cool with that on this one, but that's not always cool neither because the middleman get his legs chopped off sometimes. You know what I mean? You was expecting this, and then you get that, and you be like, I'm a bit. Man, you right, Lito. We brokers. We brokered a deal. Same way in the joint. Man, look, hey, man, he beefing with him. Don't nobody want to start a war. Mike, yo, holler, Lito, you holler at your man. You holler. Next thing you know.
All right, look, let's do this. We got about 10 minutes left. What advice would you give for someone who's coming home?
Straight up, baby.
We only got 10 minutes. I ain't trying to be on to midnight. I'm sorry. Was it important? What advice would you give to somebody who's coming home about one finding a job? What can they do to help reduce that? Keep looking.
Keep looking. I
look where? Where should they look?
The internet, scour it. You know what I'm saying? Like, honey, you see what I be doing.
Websites. I don't know. I don't see what you be doing. You don't be showing me your phone.
Yo.
I see you like this.
Why
is it easy for you to find jobs? What are you doing that other people aren't doing?
I can communicate.
No, you first.
Number one, what you need to do Number one, what you need to do, exactly. Number one, what you need to do, and that's what I do too. I network. Like, I don't ever have a problem with leaving a job. At the end of the day, I know I can go to Lido and say, yo, I need a job. Boom, I'm hiring them up. You know what I'm saying? So I always got that in the back pocket. You know what I'm saying? So whereas though I won't be broke, but I don't depend on that because you don't want to lay all your aces down. The first thing you're supposed to do, man, you got to get a resume together. Get some type of resume together, put it together some type of way.
What do you put on your resume when you have no work experience in the last 6, 10, 25 years?
Nothing. It'd be on my resume literally is from 2014 to 2000 and whatever is blank. And then that's a conversation. What happened? Well, look, this what happened.
Hold up, but if you were and spent that many years in prison, you should have been doing something. Maybe you were a cook. Maybe you worked in the library. I don't know. Maybe you did something.
You're right.
Something that you did.
This is what I'm saying. You're absolutely right. Me, I don't put that on my resume. I'm not saying that for the next man because he probably should. Me, I know once I sit in front of a person, I'm hot. I don't care who.
Yeah, but everyone's gonna have that skill of communication. What can they do?
Put all your work experience on a resume. Put all your work, get a resume together, put everything that you've done on there, get somebody who knows how to draw them up and get it together.
There you go. Toledo said all jobs from prison on his resume.
There it is.
Maryland State. There you go. Put it down as state. If you're in California, you can put.
See, that's something that I don't do. See, y'all learn. I don't do that.
Actually, Hakeem, the book I'm reading, Come Home and Stay Home by Hakeem. Shout out. New book out. He that's what he did.
I can't tell y'all some stuff that I don't do.
Blah. He was a cook or whatever.
But you should do that because it's experience.
What about classes that you've taken? Does that suffice?
Yeah, I do put Hagerstown Community College on there.
What about like anger management? I don't know.
No, I don't put that stuff on there.
They don't put that on there.
But I know when see, for me, you got to know what your skill sets are. You have to know what your skill sets are as a person. Me, my skill set is talking, communicating. So I know that blank from 2014 to 2019 or whatever, 20 is a conversation. What's going on? Let me tell you my story. You know what I'm saying? And it works out for me, but that's not for everybody. You just got to know what your skill set is and play up toward it and try to cover the weaknesses.
What websites would you recommend?
Facebook be killing it.
Facebook. Oh.
Facebook be killing it.
See, I'll be in the job search market.
Facebook be killing it.
Facebook.
Career build now. Whoa. Career builders on a whole different level. Because all I ever got from Facebook was labor jobs. But this career builders is taking me to a whole nother.
What about state websites? Are they any good? Like unemployment websites? You know how they have job search?
I guess so. I never went there.
So you don't use them. Okay. So networking was your top way of getting jobs.
I be knowing people.
You gotta use your mouthpiece, y'all.
I be knowing people, man.
That's anybody. You just gotta let people know. That's the same thing I do. Whenever I have a goal, I just tell the world, "Hey, y'all, I'm trying to do this."
Yo, I really I will make call. I text Lito one night, like what, 1 o'clock in the morning. Yo, I need a job. I need a gig. So I got you. Called me. I called him first thing in the morning, told me what to do. Boom, I had the gig. It's just that day, the damn warehouse job that I just got fired from called me. So I said, all right, I'm going to keep that in the back pocket.
So what in a couple minutes, we only got a few minutes left, have you learned any lessons on the job that you would like to make sure other people don't experience? Or did you not learn any lessons?
No, I didn't learn no lessons. You just got to be humble, man. You got to always maintain your peace of mind.
Really? You didn't learn anything?
No.
Seriously?
No. You just got to maintain your peace of mind, and your balance. Got to maintain your peace of mind and your balance in order to keep your check.
No, not anything? You had nothing for people?
I mean, nah, really, what does Mr. Charlie have for us? Nothing.
For you, what did you learn about the workforce? What did you learn? You learned nothing about the experiences you've had, about why you've lost many jobs? Okay.
Yes, yeah. I mean, yeah, I didn't learn from it. I know why I lost it because...
That's learning.
Yeah, but that learning implies that you're not going to do it again. And you know what? Yeah, I did learn because during that job, you knew that I bit my tongue a few times. And I told you I bit my tongue a few times because I was trying to keep the job.
I'm not saying did you change. I'm saying what did you learn?
You just got to be humble, I guess.
I'm trying to get some information out of them. I'm trying.
No, I'm not being difficult. You know, I'm not being a lemon.
Difficult. You are being difficult.
I'm not being a lemon. I just, Mr. Charlie, you punching a clock. It ain't hard. It's labor.
Sorry, I'm trying to pull some learning
literally
out
though,
of him, but it's not working.
No, it's labor.
You learned nothing.
It's labor. They tell you to move this, move that, get that, move that.
Okay, so what did you learn about yourself then? You had to learn something about yourself.
That I still got it. I ain't lost
it. You still have.
The will to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Did you
like
think
I
you
lost it. Yeah, I did because I wasn't doing what I was doing, and I didn't have a lane, so I felt like, damn, yo. And I mean, on top of that, the wife had the bag, so I'm like, I ain't really.
He didn't feel a need to work.
No, I didn't, and then that's just being a bum. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do that. So I guess. I'm not a bum though. Now.
You've never been a bum.
I'm cooling.
You just had a bum mentality when you came home.
I'm cooling now.
But you're not a bum. You just had to shake it off.
Yeah, man, you gotta shake that dust off. You know what I mean?
Like I
think people, when you do a certain amount of time,
he got used to sleeping and laying around, being told what to do.
When you
gotta get out that mindset. When
you have done a certain amount of time in the joint, there's no way you're gonna shake that shit off in a year or 8 months or whatever like that. Now you shake a decent portion off to keep you in society, or you should. But man, hey, all my guys know what's up.
But it's wonderful to see that he's in a much better space.
Man, I'm awesome.
It's the happiest I've ever seen him since he's been home, honestly.
I am awesome.
So it is a nice thing. When he's sitting on the couch and his leg gets to doing this and he's talking, I know he's happy.
Yeah, man. I'm in a good place, you know what I mean? Because I'm in a good place because
he knows he got his mojo.
I remember my worth. When you forget your worth, you know what I'm saying? It do something to a man.
So having a little bit of success is a great confidence builder.
Yeah, man.
Having a little success.
Yeah.
All right, it's about that time. It's 11:01. I know y'all got other things
I'm a
to do.
diabetic. A diabetic, not a diabetic. A diabetic. When I ain't got no money, my sugar drop.
Oh man, we're gonna make that to a post.
Yo, you fucking.
A dollar
We
betting.
gone, yo.
A dollar betting. Oh my goodness. All right, for those of you who know somebody who got an incarcerated loved one, please tell them come hit us up. Hit the like, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation. Make sure you subscribe. And we are doing coaching. Elmira, we're starting this week coming up, okay? I'm gonna hit you up. All right, man. Y'all have a good night. We out.